Mules with a chance to take the lead. 2-on-1 out pitch. It's on the outside corner, the curveball for strike one. And if Darian Otto is placing the curveball on the outside corner, that is great news in this one for the District 16 champions from Trenton. Pitch is popped up, shortstop. Tolson puts it away for the out. No advancements from either base runner. Rooks was dancing off of third and didn't go much farther. So Mann pops it up to short, and the batter for the Lady Mules will be shortstop Haley Berghager. Berghager, a junior for a relatively young Lathrop team. 2-on-2 outs in the pitch. That's in there, strike one. Darian Otto has had an amazing season working herself out of jam. She's the best I've seen at doing that, and she's 1 out away from getting out a second and third, no outs. Pitch. Swing and a miss. The changeup waved at for strike two. 2-2 the count to Berghager. Darian Otto wants to get the punch out right here. And I think we're on. So if you're going to go to youtube.com/KTTN Radio, I think we got the game good to go. Here's the 2-2 pitch by D. In there, strike three. Fastball slices the inside corner. Berghager caught looking, and Lathrop threatens and goes down in the first. No runs, 2 hits, no Trenton errors, 2 left on base. We're through the top of the first inning. Lady Mules, nothing. Trenton coming up. We're back in a minute from Lathrop on Hot Country Z 101.7.
Insurance, and we're for the people of Missouri. We're for kayakers, car dealers, grocery baggers, and mail carriers. We're for teachers, preachers, students, and singers. Armed service members, you bet we're for you. We're for people who shake your hand and say hello, not because they know you, but because they don't. We're for brewmasters, stockbrokers, beauty queens, and truck drivers. And don't worry, we're still for farmers too. Whatever you do, if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
I'm Quentin Kuhn, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. And if you're in Grundy County, I've got you covered.
The People's Co-op is more than a gas station. Yes, Cenex at the People's Co-op in Trenton have full and self-service gas pumps, and they also deliver to the farm premium-grade diesel fuel and products. Propane is delivered too. See the People's Co-op for oil changes and vehicle inspections. Need a refill on a propane cylinder? They do that too. Need a munchie? Swing on in for free popcorn. All of their staff takes pride in knowing that the People's Co-op is community-minded, and they want you to know that with Cenex, our energy comes through.
Z 101.7.
Leading things off for the Lady Bulldogs in the bottom of the first inning is Jalen Neff, the junior, followed by freshman shortstop Ainsley Tolson, and then junior first baseman Whitley Richmond. Trenton trying to get the jump here in the bottom of the first after Darian Otto. It has been a recurring theme throughout the season. Gets into early trouble and doesn't give up a run. Strike on the inside corner to Neff. Starting pitcher Brooke Hewitt, the right-hander for Lathrop, gets up in the counts. 1-0, or 0-1, I should say. This pitch is up and away, ball one. See if Trenton tries to work Hewitt a little bit. Hewitt, an awfully talented pitcher. Trenton did not see her in the first matchup between these teams. She is a freshman, but certainly has ability beyond her years. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Neff down in the count now at 1-2. Again, at last check, Sherwood along with North Platte, no score after 4 innings. Neff goes to the crouch. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Hewitt. That's away. Good eye by Jalen. If not the best eye on the team, she's in that conversation. 2-2 the count to Jalen Neff of Trenton High School. No score in the bottom of inning number 1. Hewitt looks in for the sign. Fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jalen Neff down on strikes. That will bring Ainsley Tolson to the plate for the Trenton Lady Bulldogs. So Tolson steps in. There's the pitch. It's on the outside corner, strike 1. Trenton won the regular season matchup 6-0, but it was really a game where Trenton took advantage of their opportunities. Lathrop did not. So it was a lot closer game than 6-0 might indicate, as you heard from Coach Cowling in our pregame interview. Pitch on the outside corner to Tolson, taken by Ainsley for strike 2. So it's freshman on freshman here. I'm not sure if Ainsley is familiar with Brooke, but they may be from summer ball. As Hewitt comes set, here's the pitch. Outside, nice take there by Ainsley Tolson, and the count goes 1-2. The pitch did not miss by much. Tolson had a good eye. As again, rubbing up the softball, Brooke Hewitt, working from the center of the diamond. Freshman right-hander winds and fires, off speed, waved at and missed, strike 3. The changeup got Tolson, and that will bring Whitley Richmond to the plates. So Richmond bats, Lathrop no score, Trenton no score in the bottom of inning number 1. Richmond steps in, and the pitch. That is a bloop to the right side that's going to drift out of play. Strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Richmond. Salem Croy waits on deck. Richmond steps back in, and the pitch. That's grounded softly to the right side. Fine has it. Marissa takes it to the bag. 3 unassisted, and Trenton goes down quietly in the bottom of the first. Lady Bulldogs down in order through an inning from Lathrop. It's Lady Bulldogs nothing, Lady Mules nothing. This is the Class 2 sectional round. We're back in a minute on KGOZ.
For life insurance, major medical coverage, a long-term care policy, a Medicare supplement, or for group health insurance, contact Justin Mitchell with the Heartland Financial Group. Justin has the experience in the insurance business to help you and your family with all of your insurance questions and different situations. Give Justin a call at 359-4700 or swing by the Heartland office, 1600 East 9th Street in Trenton. Justin Mitchell of the Heartland Insurance Group thanks you for your patronage.
North Central Missouri College is proud to be a sponsor of high school athletes playing on fall sports teams. As NCMC observes its 90th anniversary, we are proud of NCMC's strong legacy and continued growth. If you're thinking of returning to college, North Central's an excellent choice with newly expanded online degree programs and highly competitive tuition costs. Visit ncmissouri.edu. Call 359-3948. Learn how NCMC can prepare you for the future.
Hot Country Z101.7.
Going to keep an eye here on Sherwood and North Platte. Any other softball scores that we do come across as well, we'll pass along your way. And also keep an eye on Texas and Toronto. Toronto rallying in the 7th inning. Last check, it was Texas 3, Toronto 2 in Game 5 of that series. Of course, Kauffman Stadium will be buzzing at 7:07 tonight. There's a ground ball to the left side, played by Croy, over to Richmond for the out. First pitch swinging, Stockton Royals, and Maddie Schnatz took a shot at the hole between third and short, and Salem Croy cut her off at the pass. Snatched out on a 5-3 put out. Right fielder Arizona Gallagher steps in for Lathrop. Quite a run of shutout softball being thrown here by Darian Otto of Trenton. Here's the pitch. It's low and inside. Ball 1 to Gallagher. Otto's seen Lathrop. Trenton has not seen Hewitt's. We'll see if that plays a factor in this one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The heater by Otto, blown by Gallagher, and the count evens up at 1-1. Winner plays Saturday. Time to be determined. Location to be determined. 1-1 pitch. Off speed, grounded hard right off the inside of the foot of Salem Croy. Bounces into foul territory. Chased down by Tolson. See if that is any sort of injury to Salem Croy. It hit the inside of her left ankle. Looked like it might have got her pretty good, but she's going to stay in the ball game. Looks okay. We're going to give that a base hit on a hard hit grounder. So Gallagher gets on base, 1 on, 1 out. The batter for the Mules will be first baseman Marissa Fine. What a game here. Lathrop 23-3, Trenton 22-3. Yeah, stepping in for Lathrop, left-handed first baseman Fine, bunts foul. So Lathrop playing small ball there. Fine trying to set the table for Hewitt, perhaps with a 2-out runner in scoring position situation. Yeah, stepping in here again is Fine. Fouling it off to the left on the first pitch she saw from Otto. The count is 0-1. Lathrop is playing for 1 run, which gives you an indication of what Lathrop thinks of their freshman right-hander. This pitch is on the outside corner. Great location by Otto. The count goes 0-2. Sun is shining in the west. We're going to be looking into the sun, which if you're watching at YouTube, you probably realize. If you listen on the radio, probably don't care. Here's a swing and a miss, throw to first, not in time. Striking out Marissa Fine. Not a great at-bat by the Lathrop first baseman. She futilely tried to get a bunt down, failed on that. Took a pitch on the outside corner and then swung very late at an 0-2 fastball. Second strikeout of the ball game for Darian Otto, and the batter for the Mules will be Annika Hewitt. Hewitt wears number 5, right-handed hitter for the Mules. Here's the pitch by Otto. It is fouled, slashed off to the right over the dugout and skips out of play. 0-1 the counts. Huge throng of Lathrop fans. Again, there's not a lot of seating here, so a lot of them are standing between back of home plate and down the first base line toward the Lathrop dugout. About 8 deep. There's a line drive to right field. That's going to get down. No, not get down for a base hit. Nice play moving to her left by Jaden Roeder, picking off that ball hit by Annika Hewitt. Roeder with the fine play ends the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Inning and a half deep now from Lathrop. It's 0-0 between Trenton and Lathrop in the round of 16. We're back in a minute on Z101.7.
Hill Tree Farm, the trees are growing and gorgeous and ready for you. Right now, pick from Autumn Blaze, Sun Valley, Crimson King, and October Maples. Also River Birch and Bald Cypress. These trees are 18 feet tall with 2.5 to 3 inch caliper. Nice big trees that will add shade, beauty, and value to your property. Now is the time to plant, so spend some quality time in the country at Rosemary Hill Tree Farm. If you have questions, give Bill a call at 654-1298. That's at Rosemary Hill Tree Farm on Highway 6 between Jamesport and Trenton.
Locally owned and operated, it's Dave's Body Shop east of Trenton. They're proud to support area youth at Trenton and in all our area communities.
Put down the hammer and lay the 2x4 on the ground. Don't even think about backing the car into a tree in a valiant but not all that intelligent effort to straighten the bumper. You already bent your vehicle. Don't add insult to injury. Take it to Dave's Body Shop in Trenton. Let the professional staff at Dave's Body Shop fix it the right way.
Upcountry Z101.7.
Welcome back to Lathrop High School. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Don't get confused if you're listening at home. I know it kind of confused us momentarily until I realized, yeah, we're at Lathrop, but it is, as I said earlier, it is considered by MSHA to be a neutral site game, so they flip a coin to see who's the home team and away, and Trenton won that flip. So Trenton's the home team. Batting in the bottom of the second was Salem Croy. Trenton didn't do anything at all against Brooke Hewitt in the bottom of the first. Pitch to Salem is high and away, ball 1. Against elite pitchers, you might see Trenton get shut down for 3 innings, but it's a smart young team. They make adjustments, get kind of their timing down, and some of the haven't seen before. There's a pop-up right side of the diamond, back behind home plate. I beg your pardon. I don't have the greatest kind of angle here. It's a different angle to broadcast softball, let me tell you. We are way up high, looking at kind of a different angle, so trying to tell where the ball is going off the bat, especially with the sun setting beyond the right field fence, it's a challenge. The ball was fouled straight back by Croy, and the count goes 1-1. So Salem steps back in. Here's the set by Brooke Hewitt, and the pitch. Yeah, it's pretty good location. Strike outside corner. Salem Croy now down 1-2. At last check, Sherwood led, I should say tied with North Platte 0-0 through 4. So this right in the middle of the bracket here are these two matchups. No scoring as of yet. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Gets Salem Croy looking, much to the chagrin of the Bulldog faithful that have made their way down to Lathrop today. Croy called out on 4 pitches, and the batter will be Darian Otto. So Lathrop has had the better of chances thus far, but has been the case here for 2 games. Trenton's Darian Otto has been on target. Not on that swing, though. Otto with a home run swing. No contact. The senior right-hander down in the count, 0-1. Hawkenfels on deck. Here's the big wind-up and the pitch. Close, but outside. Nice take by D. The count evens up at 1-1. Otto steps back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Popped up. Right side of the diamond, coming in and making the catch for Lathrop in right field is Arizona Gallagher. Otto got pretty good contact on that one. Sliced it out to the right fielder. Gallagher looked a little bit tentative going for that ball, but got her glove up right above her head. Snared it out of the air. So 2 up, 2 down for the Bulldogs, and Allie Aukenfels will be the batter. Trenton has lost 3 times this season. 2 have come in tournaments. Semifinals of the Centralia tournament. Trenton beaten by Centralia, who probably is the state favorite in Class 2 in this round of 16. If you're going to look at who's the favorite to win the state title, I'd go Centralia. Trenton lost to that squad 4-0. Trenton also lost in the championship of the Putnam County tournament 1-0 to Highland. And then a pretty fatigued and beleaguered Trenton team a couple weeks ago went to Lexington and lost 3-1. That's been it in the loss column. 2-0 now the count to Allie Aukenfels. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. Tell you this about Brooke Hewitt, unless she goes off the rails, she's a strike thrower. Don't know if Trenton can depend on getting a lack of control by Hewitt. 2-1 the count, Hewitt to Aukenfels. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Not a great swing by Allie. Might have been fooled on either speed and or movement of the pitch. 2-2 now to the Trenton senior. One of 4 seniors on the Lady Bulldog roster, so this Trenton team isn't going anywhere in the next 3 years. They're going to be tough. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is fouled off to the right, drifting out of play. Count remains 2-2. Aukenfels steps back in, trying to get a 2-out rally started in the second for the Trenton Bulldogs. Here's the pitch. It is lined to center field, and that's going to be the first hit of the ball game for THS. Little sinking liner out in front of Rooks. Gets Aukenfels on. It's a nice piece of hitting by Allie. It looked like it was a nice swing. Might have been off balance just a little bit, but kept her weight back, able to get the bat through the zone and guide that ball right up from where it came. Right back through the middle for a looping single that brings Mason Hoyman to the plates. See how Aukenfels is running here. Allie is not the fastest of the Lady Bulldogs, but did swipe a base against Marceline in the district final Saturday at Unionville. Pitch to Hoyman is low and outside, and the count to the right-handed hitting junior is 1-0. Mason steps back in. Aukenfels on first. No score in the bottom of the second inning. Set the pitch. That is right there. Inside corner at the knees. Strike 1. 1-1 the count to Mason Hoyman. Taylor Richmond, a hard-hitting freshman on deck. And in the 9 spot for Trenton today is second baseman Jaden Roeder, who's been swinging a hot stick as of late. 1-1 in the pitch. That is lined into left center field. Coming over and picking off the ball right before it got to the center fielder is the shortstop Berghauger. So Hoyman is out, and Trenton retired in the second. Just a 2-out harmless single by Aukenfels. As we go to the third, it's Lathrop nothing, Trenton nothing. We're back in 1 minute on Hot Country Z101.7.
The question is not, do we need insurance, but which insurance agency do I choose? After all, the security of your family, home, property, farm, or business is just too important to call just any agency. Call or come by and see Jim Crow, Cliff Roeder, or me, Aaron Duvall, at Crow Walker Insurance. Where education and service is our goal, your best interest, our obligation.
Hy-Vee hot deals today include red or golden delicious apples from Washington, only 77 cents per pound. Hy-Vee yogurt, 6-ounce size, select varieties, 39 cents per container. Ore-Ida potatoes, 2 bags, $4. Progresso soup, 3 cans, $3. Ground beef, 80% lean, for $2.99 per pound at the Trenton Hy-Vee food store. Check out all of these and other amazing hot deals.
Station.
Hot Country Z101.7.
Only softball score that I have any sort of update on is not a local score. It's from over in the St. Louis area. Francis Howell North, top of the 5th. tied at 3. That may be Class 3 or Class 4 off the top of my head. I'm not sure, but again, it's not horribly local. No score here as we go to the top of the third. Pitch by Darian Otto. Catches the inside corner. Tremendous location there to Allie Rooks. As Lathrop has done some threatening here in the first 2 innings. Nothing on the board, but Lathrop able to start the third here with the leadoff hitter who doubled it to start the ball game. Pitch to Rooks. It's out on the outside corner. 0-2. 2 strikes to Rooks. Rooks against Zell and Hewitt. To bat for the Mules, top of the third inning. Otto looking for the K. Gets it swinging. Coming up empty on a swing on a pitch. In on her knees is Allie Rooks. Strikeout number 3 in the ball game for Trenton senior right-hander Darian Otto. As so many of these playoff games do, it lines up as pitcher on pitcher. Otto and Hewitt dueling back and forth for their respective ball teams. Stepping in now for Lathrop, left fielder Jackie Gensel. Sneaking in at third, a couple of steps is Croy. Here's the pitch as well, high and outside. Otto Mr. marked badly that time, and the count is 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Gensel, who singled, stole second, stranded at second. As Otto escaped to second and third, no out jam in the first. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Couple of streaks that Otto was working here in postseason play. Darian Otto of Trenton has now gone 15 1/3 scoreless innings. Against Lathrop, Otto has thrown 9 1/3 scoreless innings. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gensel looked like she wanted to get that pitch on the inside corner and ended up wide, which kind of took the power out of her bat. If it's inside, she's able to crank that one, but outside she loses the power. 2-1 the count now to Jackie Gensel. Here's the pitch by Otto. It is up high. No, at the letters as Otto gets the high strike. 2-2. No score. Top of the third inning. Trenton batting Lathrop for a spot in Saturday's state quarterfinal round. State semifinals, Class 2, are next Friday in Springfield. And the pitch. Off speed, waved at and missed. Strike 3. Gensel out on strikes. It's really bad news for Lathrop. If you want to get to Otto, it's hard to do, but you can generally do it early. Darian gets stronger as the game goes on, so trying to get to Otto after the third inning, it has been tough on opponents this year. And Darian looks like she's finding her groove here. Otto to Hewitt. Here's the pitch. That's fastball up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Brooke Hewitt. You'd have to figure Hewitt with her pitching ability probably has some hitting ability as well. She's slightly built. Will grow. She's only a freshman. Talented young lady. Strike on the inside corner. Pitcher on pitcher. Otto evens up the count at 1-1. So 1 ball and no, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch by the right-hander Otto. A little bit high. That was the same location that Gensel swung. Might have been on the outside corner, but Gensel couldn't get real good contact. That time the ball was taken by Hewitt for ball 2. So it missed. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It is launched toward right field, coming in and making the shoestring catch right against the grass is Mason Hoyman. That was a daring play. If he gets by Mason, it's a triple. Maybe an inside the park home run. Instead, Mason took it right off the grass cleanly for the out. Hewitt is out and Lathrop out in the top of the third. We're going bottom of 3 in the Class 2 softball sectionals. 0-0 Lathrop and Trenton. The Bulldogs bat in a minute on KGLZ, Gallatin, Chillicothe.
Someone once said that any insurance is only as good as the agent that serves you. Larry Bunnell is an independent agent offering Medicare supplements, life, long-term care, and insurance policies from lots of different companies. Put Larry and his over 27 years of experience to work for you and your family. Give him a call at 359-4700 or stop by his convenient location at 1600 East 9th in Trenton. That's Larry Bunnell Insurance of Trenton, a proud supporter of Trenton High School, North Central Missouri College, and Mizzou sports and all area teams. Go Bulldogs!
The patient is always number 1. At Cox Family Dentistry, we strive to work together with you to gain optimum oral health. With our cutting-edge equipment, we can educate you to make the best decision for yourself and your health. We always want you to have a relaxing and friendly experience in our office. To schedule a time for us to customize your family's dental plan, give us a call at 359-6889 to schedule your appointment with me, Dr. Andy Cox.
Along with studio engineer Jeanette McBee, Tom Johnson back with you on Hot Country Z101.7 and on KTTN Radio's YouTube channel. Leading off the Trenton third, Taylor Richmond. Freshman right-handed hitter chokes up on that, takes the Hewitt fastball high for ball one. Maybe not so much with what Trenton does in the third, but I'm going to be interested once Trenton flips the order and gets second time through if they improve against Hewitt, who has been tough on the Bulldogs thus far. There's a grounder to the left side, played by Berghager over to Fine in time for the out. Hit well by Richmond, but she hit it at a fine defender in Haley Berghager. So Berghager makes the play for Lathrop. And the batter for the Lady Bulldogs will be Jaden Roeder. Roeder's in the 9-hole, but she has been swinging very well. Had 2 base hits and scalded them both against Marceline on Saturday. Lines this ball foul back to the screen, and it sticks atop the screen. Now to play, they might have to find a way to shake that ball out. The Lathrop catcher goes back to the screen. Up, the old shake the screen and get the ball to drop. It worked. Nice going by Annika Hewitt. 0-1 the counts to Jaden Roeder. Jalen Neff on deck for Trenton, as after this batter, Trenton will get their second looks here at the freshman, Brooke Hewitt. There's a line drive caught by Berghager. I thought that was going to be back up the middle. Another line drive by Roeder, but it was an atom ball. Hit right at Berghager for the out. So Roeder out on the liner to short, and that will bring Jalen Neff to the dish. We're in the bottom of the third inning in the Class 2 state sectionals. Round of 16. 16 teams left in Class 2. Trenton's one of them. Trenton trying to advance to the state quarterfinals for the third time. Eventually maybe get to the Final Four for the second time. There's a foul ball off to the right, and now to play. It is going to drop in the grass, about 5 feet foul down the right field line off the bat of Jalen Neff, and the count is 0-1. In 09, Trenton made it all the way to the state final before bowing out to Blair Oaks, 5-0. A few years ago, I think it was 2012, when the senior group was freshmen, Trenton, and playing in Class 3, made it to the state quarterfinals, falling to Oak Grove 2-1. This pitch is off the outside corner. Good eye by Neff. The count goes 1-1. One time through the order, all Trenton has to show for its batting is a 2-out second inning single by Allie Ockenfels. 1-1, and the pitch to Neff. Fouled to the screen. That was a jam shot right in on the knuckles of Jalen Neff. 1-2 the counts. We come to you live this afternoon from Lathrop High School, home of the Mules. Lathrop District 15 champion hosting Trenton, the District 16 champion. 1-2 the count to Jalen Neff. Here's the set, the pitch. Grounded toward first base, and it gets by the first baseman, diving back to the base and touching the base right in front of the diving Neff. Making a nice play is Marissa Fine. Fine retires Neff on a grounder to the first baseman. That was more stressful than Lathrop wanted. Bulldogs down in order in the third. We are through 3 innings from Lathrop to score. Lady Mules nothing, Lady Bulldogs nothing. We'll have the 4th inning in a minute on Hot Country Z101.7 and YouTube.
Making money is offense.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
Saving money is defense. Grunts, bruises, and getting clobbered, but having the discipline to hang in there no matter what. If you want to win, you have to play both ends of the field. Common sense. Simple but effective. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, member FDIC. It just makes sense.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the PAR Broadcast Group, KTTN and Z101.7, and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Hot Country Z101.7.
Welcome back to Lathrop as it is 0-0 as we go to the top of the fourth inning. The batter for Lathrop High School will be third baseman Maddie Mann, to be followed by shortstop Haley Berghager and second baseman Maddie Schnatz. Here's the windup and the pitch. It is off the outside corner. Ball one to Mann. Maddie popped out to the Trenton shortstop Ainsley Tolson in the top of the first inning, working on an 0-for-1. First run of this ball game is going to be a big one. There's a blooper toward left, and it lands behind Croy and off to the right side of Tolson. Ball wasn't hit well, but it was blooped into a soft spot on the diamond between Croy and Tolson. Maddie Mann gets the bloop single for the Mules, and the batter will be Haley Berghager. So Berghager will make her way to the plates. It is Toronto 6, Texas 3, 7th inning, Game 5 of the ALDS. There's a grounder over the head of Otto and into center field for a base hit. So in the fourth inning, Lathrop has things cooking again. Back-to-back singles. Mann with the bloop and Berghager with the seeing-eye chopper. First and second Lathrop, and we'll see if Otto can work her way out of middle inning difficulties. Maddie Schnatz now the batter for Lathrop. Schnatz grounded out to the third baseman Croy in the first inning. Here's the wind and the pitch by Otto. Schnatz shows bunt and missed it, strike one. She offered at that pitch, so one strike here to the Lathrop second baseman. Lathrop 23-3, Trenton 22-3. Trenton the head-to-head victory over Lathrop. One of three losses for the Mules was against this Bulldog team, 6-0 in the regular season. Here's the pitch by Schnatz. She bunts it foul back behind home plate over the head of Tolson to the screen. And the count goes 0-2. At this point, we do know if Trenton wins this game, Trenton options are either at North Platte or hosting Sherwood. Time to be announced. 0-2 the count and the pitch. It is popped up behind home plate. Coming over is Tolson and makes the catch in foul territory. Trenton had to scramble to cover the bases. They do. Three Lady Bulldogs were in the vicinity there. Tolson, Richmond, and Otto. Croy had to be alert and get over to third base to make sure Mann wasn't going to be moving. So a pop foul to the catcher, which, as you know, if you're familiar with softball, not an easy play. Tolson able to make it. Arizona Gallagher the batter for the Mules. Here's the set by Otto and the right-hander's pitch. Swing and a miss. Challenge pitch by Otto to Gallagher, waved at and missed up in the zone. Strike one. 0-1 to Gallagher with Fine on deck. Seconds, 2 outs, no on rally that Lathrop has had in this ball game. The first and now the fourth is a swing and a miss. Slow looking bat there by Gallagher. Has the right fielder down in the count to 0-2. I might consider keeping that heat going. She looked well behind that pitch, did Gallagher. I don't know if she's going to time it up, especially with movement. Here's the pitch by D. Fouled back to the screen. In on the hands of Gallagher, and the count's 0-2. On second base, Mann. On first base, Berghager. One out for Lathrop. Mules with a threat in the top of the fourth, trying to break the ice on a 0-0 tie. Here's the wind and the pitch by Darien. Up high, and it's off the mitt of Tolson. That'll be a wild pitch. Up in the zone by Otto. Both base runners advance. Mann to third and Berghager to second, and now the pressure quotient goes up. Otto really wants to get a strikeout here against Gallagher. She's been so good at getting strikeouts in these situations this season. Might have overthrown that pitch trying to get the strikeout on the rise ball. 1-2 the count. Otto with the pitch. Strike three, outside corner. It looked like the curveball from here. Catches the outside. Gallagher caught looking, and that is strikeout number 5 for Darien Otto, and it puts the pressure of trying to score in the fourth inning on Lathrop first baseman Marissa Fine, a strikeout victim in the seconds. Here's the windup and the pitch. It is off the outside corner. Thought the umpire was going to call that one a strike. He did not. Arm didn't go up, to the chagrin of the Bulldog faithful. 1-0 the counts to fine. 2 on, 2 outs in the pitch. That is lined toward left field, and that's going to give Lathrop the lead. Scoring on the gap shot is Mann. Berghager right behind her on a 2-run double off the bat of Marissa Fine.
Double for Fine brings in.
You keep playing with fire, eventually you'll get burned, and it happened there to Trenton. Mann and Berghager score. Fine gets 2 RBIs, and it is Lathrop 2, Trenton nothing. The batter for Lathrop will be Annika Hewitt. Different situation here in the postseason now for Trenton. How will the Bulldogs respond? It down. Haven't been in this situation yet. 2-0 Lathrop. There's a grounder, chopped to the left side, picked by Otto. Fires it to Richmond in time for the out. Fine play made by Otto. Hewitt out, 1-3, but Lathrop gets a pair in the 4th. 2 runs on 3 base hits, no Trenton errors, and 1 left on. Halfway through from Lathrop, the score, Mules 2, Bulldogs nothing. Trenton bats in the 4th in a minute on Z101.7 and YouTube.
Lathrop gets 2 runs on 3 hits.
Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for home sweet home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20. Red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the Boodio. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
I'm Quentin Kuhn, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. And if you're in Grundy County, I've got you covered.
I just found out about this great business that provides home health care located in Trenton. It's called ServLink Home Care.
What do you mean you just found out? They've been here 40 years.
But I never needed them, so I never noticed them. Now with Mom ill and Dad getting a joint replacement, I need them. They have great nurses, therapists, and aides, and work with our doctors to provide excellent care at home.
Aren't they in the old Ice House on 9th Street?
Yep, I called them, 359-4218. It's hard taking care of your parents' home care needs, but ServLink makes it really simple. Give them a call, 359-4218. 18.
Welcome back to Lathrop High School. Trenton kind of been hinting at this, but now it's very clear in front of the Lady Bulldogs. They're not going to be able to go for a 1-0 victory like they did against Brookfield at this point. That's always a possibility when it's 0-0 and you know you're facing somebody tough and you think, okay, maybe we can score one run and get out of here with a victory, go to Saturday. Trenton's going to need at least 3, so they need to figure out this tough freshman right-hander, Brooke Hewitt, and do it quickly. Ainsley Tolson steps in for the Bulldogs. Swings away and misses at high heat. Strike 1. It will be Tolson, Richmond, and Croy. Some talented players for Trenton batting in the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Here's the sets. And the Hewitt pitch. He's waiting a long time to throw the pitch, and now Tolson asks for time and is given time. Might have been some confusion there in giving the sign. Tolson will step back in. Brooke Hewitt looks in. Pitch is away, ball 1. 2-0 the lead for Lathrop in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trenton only has 1 single thus far, so it's Ainsley Tolson trying to light a spark here for Trenton in the 4th. There's a swing and a miss by Ainsley. Pitch up. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tolson, who struck out swinging in the 1st inning. One of 3 strikeout victims thus far for Hewitt. Here's the big windup by the freshman and the pitch. Swing and a miss. One freshman gets the other for the 2nd time in 4 innings swinging. Ainsley Tolson on the swinging K goes down, and Whitley Richmond will be the batter for THS. Salem Croy on deck. Trenton down 2-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. Richmond grounded out to first in the 1st, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Whitley, swing and a miss. Changeup had Whitley fooled, and the count is 0-1. That's the best changeup of the day by Hewitt. Definitely had the timing off on Whitley's swing. Here comes the 0-1 to the junior. Wide, counts, evens up at 1. 1-1 the counts. We'll try to get, if possible, might not be possible, the game might not be over, but we'll try to get a North Platte Sherwood update shortly. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Richmond. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Trenton's having a lot of difficulties here making contact against Hewitt. So Richmond down 1-2 with Croy waiting on deck. Trenton trying to get a rally started here in the fourth. Hewitt comes set. And the pitch. Line drive, left center field. That ball is drilled by Richmond. It's knocked down in deep center by Rooks. Throw into second base, holds Richmond to a single. That was a fine play by Allie Rooks of Lathrop in left center field. That ball was just murdered into left off the bat of Richmond. I thought for sure it was going to get to the wall. Rooks cut it off, and it's 1 on, 1 out. Tying run to the plate for Trenton, being held by third baseman Salem Croy. So Croy steps in. Here's the pitch. Grounded, foul. Pitch was a little bit wide. Salem caught it right off the end of the bat and chopped it toward her left foot for strike one. So 1-0 the count to Salem Croy. Takes a moment, steps out of the box, gets the signs from Coach Cowling down the third baseline. Here comes the 0-1 to say. It is outside. Close pitch. I was waiting to see if the umpire raised his hand. He didn't. Count evens up to Croy at 1-1. 2-0, Lathrop leading Trenton in the bottom of the fourth. Trenton trying to answer Lathrop's 2 spot in the top of the fourth. Here comes the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count goes 1-2. Final, Sherwood. Sherwood beat North Platte 3-0. Final score. Thanks to Wes Croy for that one. So if Trenton can rally to win this game, Sherwood-Trenton will be at Trenton on Saturday. But Trenton has some work to do to get there. There's a pop-up, middle of the diamond, calling for it and making the catch out near second is Schnatz of Lathrop. So Croy pops up to the Lathrop second baseman. Richmond holds things up at first base. And Darian Otto, trying to help her own cause, is the batter. So 3-0. I didn't know a thing about Sherwood. I knew North Platte was good. Sherwood beating North Platte 3-0 proves to me that Sherwood's good. So Sherwood is on to the state quarters. There's a foul off to the right, out of play off the bat of Otto, and the count is 0-1. I almost wonder if Lathrop did not show Trenton Brook Hewitt. I'm sure part of it was it wasn't a KCI game, but also maybe that gamesmanship of if Lathrop thinks, well, they might see Trenton again in this situation, don't throw Hewitt and throw their ace in a game like this. She's been difficult for the Lady Bulldogs to figure. That pitch came in, it looked like it was over the plate, but no strike call from the home plate umpire. The count to Darien goes 1-1. Allie Aukenfels on deck. Trenton down 2-0, bottom of the fourth inning. There's a foul back to the screen, and the count goes 1-2. Pre-game for Royals and Astros starts in 10 minutes. Game 5 on KTTN AM and FM. That's 1600 AM, 92.3 FM on the dial. Game 5, very simple. Winner moves on to the American League Championship Series. Game 1 Friday nights. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Darian Otto. It is grounded softly to the second baseman. Schnatz has it, fires it on over to find for the outs. Otto out on a 4-3 scoring play. Trenton retired in the fourth. No runs, a base hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We are through 4 from Lathrop. It's Lady Mules 2, Lady Bulldogs nothing. We're back in a minute on Hot Country Z101.7.
Brooks, Gensel, and Hewitt.
American Family Insurance protects more than just stuff. We protect your dreams and the things that motivate you to pursue them. Learn more at amfam.com or contact your local agent. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Products underwritten by American Family Insurance, Life, Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
For details, contact Carol McClellan at Carol McClellan Agency. Call 359-3973 or stop by 1517 East 9th Street today.
Whoa, Whoa, whoa. What? Are we recording a new auto shop ad?
Well, yeah, it's about time, don't you think?
True that, but the auto shop has been at 130 South Highway 65 since 2012.
Shut the front door. Jim Shaw, the best auto mechanic in the world, has been at the auto shop that long?
Yes, ma'am. Well, he's the best mechanic around my house anyway, and I wouldn't trust anyone but him and the auto shop crew under the hood of my car, and neither should you.
The auto shop, 130 South Highway 65. Give them a call today, 359-3400.
Hot Country Z101.7.
As it stands now, Saturday's matchup would be Sherwood and Lathrop. Sherwood is in. Lathrop is 3 innings away from being in. Trenton wants to get a rally started. First up, Trenton needs to shut down Lathrop probably for the rest of the game. Lathrop can add any to this 2-0 lead each run. You don't know how much more difficult it makes it, but each run that Lathrop may be able to add here over the next 3 innings just makes the job of coming back that much less likely for Trenton. So Trenton, Darian Otto will try to shut the door here as Allie Rooks leads things off for the Mules in the 5th. Swing and a foul tip for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Sun very close to setting here at Lathrop. We're staring right into it. It's going to be setting right behind the right field fence. Rooks 1 for 2. Leadoff double in the first, struck out in the 3rd. Here's the pitch by Otto. It is blasted toward right. Coming over is Hoyman, and Mason is there and dropped it. Hit the glove, fell out, and that'll be a 2-base error as the throw comes back in. Cut off down the left field line by Richmond, and no advancement on second base from Rooks. But a fielding error by Hoyman allows Rooks to reach second. So Rooks is on, and Jackie Genzel will be the batter. No sun to deal with out there. I have the sun staring out there into the direction of Hoyman, but Hoyman came over to the line and had the ball hit the glove and drop out of the glove. So we are in the Lathrop 5th. Jackie Genzel, the batter. This smells to me like a bunt opportunity. It is. Genzel puts it down. Otto has it. Bare hand fires to first in time for the out. Had to be quick. Faking the throw back to third is Richmond. So Rooks to third. Genzel is out on a 1-3 putout. And Brooke Hewitt is the batter. Hewitt working on a 1 for 2. A bouncer back to Otto and a fly ball to right. Trenton, a dangerous lineup, but has been silenced in 4 shutout innings by Lathrop right-hander Brooke Hewitt, firing a 2-hit shutout at the Bulldogs thus far. Bulldogs capable of exploding at any point is the pitch. Inside and low to Hewitt for ball 1. So 1-0 to Hewitt. Rooks waits on third. Good speed by Rooks. If there's a wild pitch situation, she'll be off, I'm pretty sure. There's a foul back to the screen. 1-1 the counts to Brooke Hewitt. Last week, Trenton survived a huge scare in the district semifinals. Scored in the 6th to beat Brookfield 1-0. Trenton then came back and rolled Marceline 10-0 in the final on Saturday. His pitch is up, and the count goes 2-1 to Hewitt. It may play a factor, but I'm not sure how much of one that first base is open. I don't think Otto wants to work around Hewitt at all. I think she wants the strikeout here. Here's the 2-1. It is a hit in the air towards center. Coming on is Neff. She has it, and here comes the runner. Throw to the plate. Has the runner in the pickle. Throw back to third. Here comes the throw to the plate. Scoring on the play as the throw goes high to Otto. With that good speed is Allie Rooks. So Trenton got Rooks in the pickle. She went back to third. Throw went that way. Then the throw came to Otto, who was covering home plate. And the throw was high and inside the base. So scoring on the play is Rooks. Sacrifice fly will go to Brooke Hewitt in a very unconventional sense. Rooks scores, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Lady Mules. Maddie Mann, the batter, 2 out, nobody on in the 5th. Pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1. Couple of examples here in the 5th inning of Trenton not making the plays defensively, showing some cracks in the armor. Now down 3 are the Lady Bulldogs. Here's the big wind in the pitch. It's on the inside corner, and the count goes 0-2 to Maddie Mann. Man 1 for 2 with a run scored. She singled and scored in the 4th inning on a game-breaking 2-run double off the bat of Marissa Fine. Here's the pitch. Popped up, left side of the diamond. Tolson wants it. She puts it away for the out. Man retired, but Lathrop has an important insurance run in the top of the 5th. 1 run on 1 Bulldog error. No hits in the inning, and nobody left on base. Through 4.5, it's Lathrop 3 and Trenton nothing. We're back in a minute with the Bulldog 5th on Z101.7.
Wouldn't it be nice to have an insurance agent that treated you like family? This is Jacob Robbins Black. At Robbins & Black Agency, we consider our clients to be part of the family, and that's how they're treated. We strive to give our clients the best customer service around while providing strong, affordable insurance protection. We've been here for over 3 generations and stronger than ever. Call today at 359-5687 and let us add you to our family. That's Robbins & Black Agency, 359-5687.
At Rosemary Hill Tree Farm, the trees are growing and gorgeous and ready for you. Right now, pick from Autumn Blaze, Sun Valley, Crimson King, and October Maples. Also River Birch and Bald Cypress. These trees are 18 feet tall with 2.5 to 3-inch caliper. Nice big trees that will add shade, beauty, and value to your property. Now is the time to plant, so spend some quality time in the country at Rosemary Hill Tree Farm. If you have questions, give Bill a call at 654-1298. That's at Rosemary Hill Tree Farm on Highway 6 between Jamesport and Trenton.
Z101.7.
Trenton Lady Bulldogs more than capable of getting back into this ball game, but the rally needs to start sooner than later. 9 outs to work with here for Trenton. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and the first pitch to the frame to Allie Ockenfels is on the outside corner for strike 1. So we're at the point here where Trenton is not necessarily staring at elimination yet, but it's on the horizon, so to speak. Is a foul off to the right. Has Ockenfels down in the count at 0-2. 71 degrees here in Lathrop. A perfect mid-October late afternoon here for sectional softball. Winner of this game to play Sherwood on Saturday. I believe it'd be Lathrop at Sherwood if the Mules can hold on here. 0-2 the count to Ockenfels. Pitch is missed by a little bit. Outside and low off the corner. The count goes 1-2. So 1-2 to Allie Ockenfels. Brooke Hewitt, right-hander, fires. Grounder foul. Was not a great swing by Allie Ockenfels, but you don't need a great swing with 2 strikes. If it's a pitcher's pitch, you find the ability to foul it off and wait for a hitter's pitch. 1-2 the count to Allie. Mason Hoyman on deck, followed by Taylor Richmond. 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order here in the Bulldog 5th. Here's the big wind by Brooke Hewitt, and the freshman's pitch. Fouled away, out of play, back over the screen. And the count will stay 1-2. That was a better swing by Allie. She had her weight underneath her that time and got the bat well through the zone, just popped it straight back. 1-2 the count to Ockenfels. Hewitt looking for her 5th strikeouts. Has 2 hit and shut out Trenton thus far. Here's the wind and the pitch. Way high, goes to the screen. If you're going to do that, if you're Hewitt, do it nobody on base. Nobody to advance for Trenton, so the ball just harmlessly goes back to the screen for ball 1. 1-2 the count. If you missed the score from earlier, Sherwood beat North Platte 3-0. Sherwood to play the winner of Lathrop Trenton Saturday in the state quarters. If Trenton rallies to win, Trenton would host. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Rise ball waved at by Ockenfels for strike 3. 5 strikeouts now in the ball game for Brooke Hewitt, the batter for Trenton, Mason Hoyman. Mason popped up to the shortstop Berghauger in the second and is 0 for 1. It's gone from a 6-0 win for Trenton in the regular season. Now in the postseason, the tables have flipped. Lathrop up 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch to Hoyman on the inside corner at the knees. Brilliant location by Hewitt, and the count is 0-1. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Hoyman came up empty. Timing was off. It was a hittable pitch, but if your timing is off, it don't quite matter, and the count goes 0-2. Taylor Richmond waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Missed by a little bit off the outside corner. Could hear the Lathrop fans in the background. They were leaning on that. They were hoping for the backwards K. Did not get the call. The count to Mason Hoyman balloons to 1-2. Trenton desperate to get a fifth inning rally started here. Foul back to the screen. Trenton making more contact, but they're just not getting it in fair play consistently enough. Richmond by far had the hardest hit ball of the day for Trenton. A scalded single into left center field with one out in the fourth. Aukenfels blooped a single in front of the center fielder Rooks in the second. That's been it for hitting for Trenton tonight. Hewitt has it and fires. There's a grounder back to Hewitt. Knocks it down, fires it to first. Trenton's down to 7 outs in the season as Hoyman is out on a 1-3 putouts. Decent contact there by Mason, but she did not hit it hard enough to get it by the pitcher Hewitt. Taylor Richmond now the batter for THS. Richmond steps in. She grounded out on a hard hit ball to shortstop Berghager in the third inning and is 0 for 1. Takes this pitch up in the zone for ball one. 1-0 the count. We are going to see a beautiful sunset here at Lathrop within the next half hour. Sun right on the horizon now. Trenton down by 3, hoping the sun doesn't set on their season tonight. There's a strike on the inside corner to Richmond, and it's 1-1. Trenton needs the bloop, and the blast to get this baby tied. Trenton soon to flip it back to the top of the order for maybe the last time if they don't get things moving as Richmond comes up empty on the rise ball, and the count goes 1-2. 1-2 the count to Taylor Richmond. They don't say that if in softball, if you got a pitcher, you can be good. Lathrop has a pitcher. They're good tonight. Swing and a miss by Richmond puts Trenton down 1-2-3 in the fifth. Trenton shut out for 5 consecutive innings, and through 5, it's Lathrop 3, Trenton nothing. The Mule 6 comes up in 1 minute on Hot Country Z 101.7.
Someone once said that any insurance is only as good as the agent that serves you. Larry Bunnell is an independent agent offering Medicare supplements, life, long-term care, and insurance policies from lots of different companies. Put Larry and his over 27 years of experience to work for you and your family. Give Larry a call at 359-4700 or stop by his convenient location at 1600 East 9th in Trenton. Larry Bunnell is certified to shop on the FFF, part of the Affordable Care Act. Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message is brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Farm Broadcast Group stations.
Hot Country Z101.7.
Welcome back to Lathrop High School. As we move to the 6th inning, it is Lathrop 3 and Trenton nothing. Potentially now 2 innings remaining in the Trenton season. Trenton needs 3 to tie and 4 to win. And that's assuming that Darian Otto can put up a goose egg, at least in the 6th against Lathrop. Get Roeder, Neff, and Tolson to the plate in the Bulldog 6th. Leading off for the Mules in the 6th inning, shortstop Haley Berghager. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Takes the Otto fastball inside corner, strike 1. Last check, it was Toronto rallying to a lead Texas in the bottom of the 7th, 6-3. Bases cleared, or the dugouts cleared, twice in that 7th inning. So some wildness north of the border as swinging away and missing at a wide fastball is Berghager, and the count is 2 strikes. Some ground fog developing out in the outfield areas beyond right field here in Lathrop as the ball is popped up back behind home plate. Drifts foul out of play. And staying alive here with the count at 2 strikes is shortstop Haley Berghager. starting at 6:30, so right about now, a great Class 1 matchup from Eagleville. Stanberry and North Harrison, the matchup there has a lot of fans in northern Missouri salivating to see what happens in what should be a pick'em sort of game. Two tremendous teams, one from the HDC, one from the GRC doing battle. Here's the pitch. It is blooped to the right side, backing up in foul territory. Making the catch for Trenton is Whitley Richmond. Off the bat, that looked like that ball might have some looping ability where it gets behind Richmond and inside the line, but it didn't have that sort of carry. Whitley able to stay with that one and make the play, and Maddie Schnatz will be the batter for Lathrop. Schnatz spelled S-C-H-N-A-T-Z. 0 for 2 and smacks this ball into center field for a base hit. Line drive right in front of Neff gets Maddie Schnatz on with one out single. For Lathrop tonight, that is base hit number 7.
Number 14, Arizona Gallagher. Fine on
biggest hit of the game for Lathrop, Marissa Fine. Able to put runs across the board against Darien Otto, which has not been easy this season for any team, but she got a 2-out, 2-run double in the 4th. Couple of Trenton misplays, one an error, followed by a missed opportunity on a rundown down the third baseline. Gave Lathrop a run in the top of the 5th, and it's 3-0. That's one side of the story. The other side, of the more important side of the story, is Brooke Hewitt's pitching for Lathrop. She has shut out Trenton on 2 hits through 5 innings. There's a foul back to the screen off the bat of Gallagher, and the count is 1-1. Royals game has a first pitch, 7:07, maybe 7:10-ish on KTTN, AM and FM, 1600 and 92.3 on the dial. 1-1 the count here to Arizona Gallagher. 1 for 2, a single in the 2nd, strikeout looking in the 4th. Pitch by Darien Otto. Very late swing by Gallagher, and she's down in the count, missing that one. 1-2. So 1-2 the count to Gallagher. Marissa Fine, who has the biggest hit of this ball game, waits on deck. Here's the pitch by D. Swing and a miss. Rise ball waved at. Strike 3 by Gallagher. So the story here is two-pronged for Trenton. Otto trying to keep Lathrop at 3 and hoping that her offense can pick her up with runs and multiple runs needed over the last 2 innings. 2 outs, runner on first. The batter is Marissa Fine of Lathrop. 1 for 2 with that 2-run doubler last time up. Takes a ball low for ball 1. Here's the pitch by Otto. That's inside. Ball 2. Annika Hewitt on deck for Lathrop. Lathrop 23-3. Trenton 22-3. Here's a wind by Otto and the senior's pitch. Lined off the glove of Croy, but foul. Croy leaned for that one in foul territory between Coach Dutcher and the bag. Hit her glove, but was not caught. Landed in foul territory and hit the glove foul, most importantly. Count goes 2-1 to Fine. Wine in the pitch by Otto. Check swing by Fine on a rise ball. Good check by Marissa. Held up on the swing, and the count goes 3-1. Trenton wanted to check with the umpire out at second base. No swing is the call out that way. It looked like to the naked eye it wasn't a swing. I thought it was about a quarter of the way, not halfway, where it turns into one way or the other. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Fine, and the count goes 3-2. She was going off the field as if she had struck out. Not so fast. Full count now to Marissa Fine. Just lost the count there briefly. 3-0 Lathrop in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch to Fine is blooped back to Otto. Darien makes the catch. Otto puts away the pop-up, and Darien gets an all-important goose egg in the 6th. No runs on a hit. No errors, 1 left on. 5.5. It's getting now down to save the season time for Trenton. It's Lathrop 3, Trenton 0. The Bulldogs bat next on Hot Country Z101.7. We're back in 60.
Shoulders, back and ribs, hips, elbows, knees and feet, call 359-4491 for your chiropractic care with Dr. Cross.
That's right, this is Dr. Ethan Cross, a hometown boy that wants to help with your chiropractic and acupuncture needs. Give us a call or just stop on by at 1200 East 9th Street. Walk-ins are welcome.
Call 359-4491 for your chiropractic care with Dr. Cross.
North Central Missouri College Bookstore. Don't let the name fool you. We have more than books, and you don't have to be a student to shop here. We have a great selection of school, office, nursing supplies, and scrubs. The latest apparel, like Nike and Under Armour. We are your hometown store with great selections, awesome prices, and here to serve you Monday through Friday. Visit the spirit of the campus, NCMC Bookstore, here for you.
The sun is set here at Lathrop, but the temperature has tumbled from about 77 an hour ago down to 65 here at Lathrop High School. Leading off the Bulldogs 6, Jaden Roeder hit a scalding line drive at the shortstop Berghager, her first time up, fouls this ball back to the screen. Good cut by Jaden, got a fastball, tried to level out the swing, did, but just was a little bit underneath the ball and fouled it straight back. One strike to the Trenton second baseman. Trenton is very capable of coming back from 3 runs. It's just a position they haven't been in very much this year. They were in this position against Centralia, ended up falling 4-0 in that one. Here's the pitch. It is popped up, foul territory, and caught by the Lathrop catcher, Annika Hewitt. Roeder was hoping and praying that that ball would somehow find the screen. It does not. And Trenton has 5 outs remaining. Jalen Neff, the batter for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs, it's go time right now. Top of the order has been potent for Trenton. If the top of the order can set things for the middle of the order, that has been the success for Trenton. Neff will try to get that going right here. Takes a fastball strike on the outside corner from Brooke Hewitt. And needless to say, I'm tipping my hat here to Brooke Hewitt. She has thrown 5 1/3 innings of 2 hits, shutout softball against Trenton. Here's the pitch. Bounces to the screen. Count goes 1-1. Neff, Tolson, and if they can set the table, you got Richmond, Croy, Otto. So we are right at the top of the Trenton order. Jalen Neff is working on an 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop up to first base. Brooke Hewitt has the sign and fires. Swing and a miss. Neff late on that fastball, and the count goes 1-2. Down another degree here at Lathrop, now 64 at the ballpark as you're listening to Class 2 sectional softball. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Hewitt. Up high, nice take by Neff. See a lot of girls that will go after that rise ball there. It did not come in really hot as far as velocity. Jalen able to lay off of that one, and the count goes 2-2. Swing and a miss by Neff on a pitch that was wide, and now the frustration evident for Trenton as Jalen misses that pitch. Again, that wide pitch to the right-handed batter, it's difficult to make contact, and if you do, you're generally just trying to foul it off because it's hard to get with that ball that far away from your body. Contact, that's powerful contact, and as Neff swung and missed, took the bat and just pounded it once against the dirt. Ainsley Tolson steps in for Trenton. Takes one wide for ball 1. Tolson is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Brooke Hewitt has been absolutely brilliant today for Lathrop. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. And this is how you get to 23-3. There are not that many teams that have a better record than Trenton. While certainly, as I've said today, Trenton won the regular season battle. Lathrop has a record a half game better than Trenton, and a big reason why is Brooke Hewitt. If you got a dominating pitcher, you will be good. Darian Otto has been a dominating pitcher for Trenton this year, but Hewitt has been the story tonight. 4 outs from a shutout. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Tolson is out on strikes, and the Bulldogs retired again. 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. As Brooke Hewitt mowing right now for the black and gold. We are through 5 1/2. It remains Lathrop 3, Trenton nothing. We're back with the Mules, bottom of the 6th in a minute on Z101.7.
Stop be your main stop when it comes to yummy baked goods. Lee and Laura offer much more than fuel for your tank. They're offering fuel for your stomach as well. Stop in for freshly baked banana bread, pumpkin bread, cookies, and more. Delicious biscuits and gravy served 5:30 to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. Trenton Main Stop, the place to fill up literally and in more ways than one. Trenton Main Stop is proud to support THS, NCMC, Mizzou, and all area sports teams. Family Vision Care. That's the emphasis at Dr. John Holcomb's optometry office in Trenton. Dr. John Holcomb's been proud to support the Trenton Bulldogs and the North Central Missouri College Pirates for 70 years. He's continuing with a proud tradition of providing family vision care at Trenton. The office is at 1210 Oklahoma Avenue. Call for an appointment at 359-2204. Dr. John Holcomb, Family Vision Care for 70 years at Trenton, Missouri.
Station. Hot Country Z101.7.
This game at this point has to remind the Trenton fans and players, for that matter, of the 4-0 loss to Centralia in the Centralia tournament semifinals. 4-0 that night, or that afternoon as the case was, for one of 3 Bulldog losses, and tonight it's 3-0. Lathrop, hope not lost yet for Trenton. Darian Otto is going to try to put a goose egg up in the Lathrop 6. Annika Hewitt leads off, takes a strike at the knees, and then a ball off the outside corner. 1-1 to the Lathrop catcher with Allie Rooks on deck and Jackie Gentzel in the hole. Here's the pitch. It's grounded to second on 2 hops. Roeder has it and can't pick it up cleanly. Ball hit the glove, tried to pick it up as it hit the glove, and then tried to pick it up with a bare hand and came up empty with the bare hand. Error against Jaden Roeder. Has Hewitt on first base on the second error of the ball game against the Lady Bulldogs. Allie Rooks will be the batter for Lathrop.
Leadoff batter, number 13, Allie Rooks.
Here's the pitch. Otto delivers it low and inside, ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Rooks. Rooks is 1 for 2 with a run scored and a double. Grounder up the middle, off the glove of Tolson, and everybody's safe. That ball had some teeth behind it. It came back toward Otto. Otto tried to knock it down. It got by Darian. Tolson made a fine play to knock that ball down behind second base, but not cleanly enough. And even if she does, Rooks can fly. So Rooks will be able to beat that play out to first. First and second now, nobody outs. And if you're Trenton, your chances of winning aren't great. But as I mentioned earlier, your chances are as good as they're going to get now at 3-0. If it goes 4-0 and 5-0, again, I don't know what percentage-wise it goes down, the chances, but it does go down. You don't need to be majoring in math to figure that part out. So trying to work out of a jam, and if you're a Trenton fan and you want some hope for the 7th, it is flickering hope, I will admit that, but Trenton does have the heart of the order. 3-4-5, Richmond, Croy, Otto to bat in the 7th. So you kind of like those matchups, even as good as Brooke Hewitt has pitched. But first things first, Trenton needs to put a goose egg up against the Mules in the 7th, and right now that could be challenging. Jackie Gentzel, the batter, 1 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Here's the pitch by Darian. Bunted, back to Otto. She'll pick, throw in time for the out. Both base runners advance. Second time in as many at-bats that Gentzel sacrifices herself for the good of the team, sending Rooks to second and Hewitt to third. Now it's Brooke Hewitt, and we'll see if Trenton wants to walk Hewitt to get a force at any base. Lathrop's going to go to the bench. It'll be courtesy runner Mackenzie Shanks, a senior off the bench for head coach Joe Dutcher. Lathrop, the second place team in the KCI this year behind North Platte, is actually playing later in the season than North Platte, although and being really technical there. North Platte had its season end tonight down at Sherwood. 4-0 was that final score. 3-0 is the score here. Lathrop beating Trenton. So if Lathrop holds on for one more half inning, Lathrop will indeed go further in the Class 2 state playoffs in North Platte. Lathrop will go deeper than anybody else in the KCI. Here's the pitch by Otto. Low, knocked down neatly by Tolson. The count is 1-0 to Brooke Hewitt. Hewitt's 0 for 2, sacrifice fly her last time up. Otto has the sign, fires away. Fouled off to the right. Off the bat of Hewitt, and the count evens up at 1-1. Friday night here on Z101.7, the Trenton football team hosts the Concordia Orioles. Teams going in opposite directions. Concordia is struggling at 2-6. Trenton is rising at 6-2, trying to lock up a home field for district round number 1 next Friday. Rise ball waved at and missed by Hewitt, and the count goes 1-2. So 1-2 the count to Brooke Hewitt. Maddie Mann waits on deck. 3-0. Lathrop with the lead over Trenton in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. It's a little wide, and the count goes 2-2. Haley Berghauger waits on deck. Maddie Mann, I beg your pardon, waits on deck. Here's the pitch by Darien. That is low and inside, and the count goes full at 3-2. First base is open, but Otto does not want to walk Hewitt at this point. There are advantages to having the bases loaded. You get a force at home, but you work this deep into the count. You got 2 strikes. Otto's looking for the K. Lathrop up 3. Here's the payoff pitch. It is grounded past the second baseman Roeder and into right field. Here's a throw to the plate. It is not in time, and that is a 2-run single off the bat of Brooke Hewitt, scoring Annika Hewitt.
2 RBI single for Hewitt.
And Allie Rooks. Rooks scores for the second time today, and that just may put a capper on this season for the Trenton Lady Bulldogs. It is going to take something miraculous and special now in the bottom of the 7th for Trenton to pull a victory out of the jaws of defeat. Trenton's going to need 5 to tie and 6 to win against a pitcher that has 2 hit them in shutout fashion through 6 innings. Maddie Mann, the batter, fires it on the outside corner for strike 1. So Maddie Mann with 1 on and 1 out will step in. Brooke Hewitt with the 2-run single. RBIs number 2 and 3 for her today. Walks down toward first base. The count is 0-2 against Mann. Haley Berghauger on deck. You'll go look at this game as a lot of ways for Trenton. Trenton has not given up 5 runs to many people this season. But you don't win games with a 0 on the scoreboard either. Trenton's been shut out twice, I beg your pardon. Highland was a shutout as well. So a Highland 1-0 loss, and Marceline a 4-0 loss. Trenton lost to Lexington 3-1. Down here 5-0 with 3 outs to go. There's a foul off to the right, now to play over the screen and into the baseball complex. Count goes 1-2. Coming up on the 7 o'clock hour, sun is set and it's down to 64 degrees here at Lathrop High School. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Maddie Mann, who's 1 for 3 with a single, 2 pops out to Tolson and a run scored. Drills this ball toward left. Back on the ball toward the warning track, making the catch in deep left is Taylor Richmond of Trenton. That ball was drilled maybe just a little bit in on the hands of Maddie Mann, who hit a loud fly ball to left. Richmond stayed with it. Solid outfielder able to make that catch. Hewitt stays at first, and the batter will be Haley Berghauger. There have been a handful of things that have gone against the Bulldogs today. Lathrop's been able to get timely hitting. Bulldogs have not played lockdown defense. But it's the 0 that is sitting there like an albatross across the Bulldogs' neck, because if you have a 0 through 6 innings, the only way you can be in the ball game, obviously, is if you've thrown up a 0 as well, and easier said than done. Pinch hitter, I think, is coming up here for Lathrop. No, Berghauger is going to be the hitter. I saw the umpire behind home plate, and it's going to be a courtesy runner. Kenzie Cantrell is the batter. Another freshman here for Lathrop. She'll be the runner at first for Brooke Hewitt. Haley Berghauger the batter. Lathrop 5, Trenton 0 in the top of the 7th. There's a line drive toward left, slicing, or hooking rather, foul by a couple of feet down the left field line. Richmond is over to cut it off, but was not in position to make that play. It had a kind of a good looping look to it, but Berghager unable to get it down to the turf. 0-1 the count to Berghager. Schnatz on deck. Trenton down to its last 3 outs. Lathrop batting in the top of the 7th, leading 5-0. Pitch is up and in, taken by Berghager for ball 1. So 1-1 the count. We are at this beautiful new, still somewhat under construction Lathrop Athletic Complex. Top of the football press box, looking at softball and baseball. There's a little looper to second. Roeder has it and puts the tag on the courtesy runner. So that'll be a tag out at second base, and we'll see if Trenton can make things interesting in the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs down 5 as Lathrop adds 2 runs in the 7th. It's 5-0 Mules. Bulldogs are down to their last 3 outs. We'll see what they do here in a minute on YouTube and Hot Country Z101.7.
Wouldn't it be nice to have an insurance agent that treated you like family? This is Jacob Robbins Black. At Robbins & Black Agency, we consider our clients to be part of the family, and that's how they're treated. We strive to give our clients the best customer service around while providing strong, affordable insurance protection. We've been here for over 3 generations and stronger than ever. Call today at 359-5687 and let us add you to our family. That's Robbins & Black Agency, 359-5687.
I'm here with Brent from Barnes Baker Motor.
Brad Tolson, your local Asgrow DeKalb dealer, proudly supports the Trenton Bulldogs, MU Tigers, and all other area sports teams. When performance counts, you can depend on DeKalb's yield advantage, superior stock strength, and excellent dry down. It is easy to choose a hybrid with DeKalb's new Double Pro Refuge in the Bag technology. Give our dad, Brad Tolson, a call today at 635-1613.
We start the bottom of the 7th inning with Whitley Richmond here on KGOZ. Gallatin Chillicothe swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Royals starting here in about 10 minutes. The other game in the American League just ended. The Blue Jays are headed to the ALCS to play either Houston or Kansas City. Friday night it'll either be Blue Jays at Royals or Astros at Blue Jays in the ALCS. Toronto's beat Texas. There's a ground ball foul drilled off the foot of Richmond at home plate, and the count is 1-2. Heart of the order here for Trenton. Trenton needs to home run to be nice, but in all reality here, Trenton's looking to kind of keep the ball rolling, get people on, and just keep moving runners. You need 5 runs to tie. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Richmond, strike 3. Boy, the frustration is really evident for the Lady Bulldogs. They just cannot figure out Brooke Hewitt of Lathrop. Was not at the 4-0 loss that Trenton had to Centralia. I know that Coach Cowling mentioned that against Highland, Trenton had chances, just couldn't put hits together. Haven't been much chance for Trenton today. 2 hit through 6 1/3 innings. That's how you advance to Springfield, quite frankly, this time of year. You take a lineup like Trenton's and you 2 hit them. What a performance by a young lady who, by the way, only a freshman, Brooke Hewitt. Salem Croy fouls a pitch off at home plate, strike 1. 7 o'clock here, top of the hour in the Lathrop Mo as Croy takes a pitch high and away. Count evens up at 1-1. Croy will step back in. Hewitt comes set. Here's the wind and the pitch. Grounder, base hit left field. Base hit number 3 for the Lady Bulldogs. I like the fight there at Trenton. Let's see if that Croy hit can get a miraculous rally going.
A single for Croy brings up number 11, Darian Otto.
Stepping in will be Darian Otto with 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now we'll get a meeting of the minds at the pitching mound for Lathrop. To me, that feels like it's slowing things down. I know they're probably talking strategy and those things, but ladies, you're up by 5. They're making sure they got all their T's crossed and their I's dotted, I guess, as stepping to the plate for Trenton will be Darian Otto. Again, as I just mentioned, it's more so Trenton trying to keep the bases moving here rather than getting the big fly. There's a line drive to center field off the bat of Otto. That ball is going to be over the head of the center fielder. Rooks and up against the wall, rounding second and going to third. In there is Croy as the ball got away from the third baseman trying to cover over there. In man. Croy looked like she might have banged up a leg a little bit. Went in pretty cleanly there. Foot first into the bag. I think a good throw might have got Salem at third, but it just didn't get there. So Croy gets to third. Otto at second. And if you're Trenton, you're kind of finding a way here. Can you find a way to get the tying run to the plate? That's kind of goal number one here for Trenton. Get the tying run to the play. That would make things at least a little bit interesting, because you do know, if you've watched this Trenton team this season, there is thunder in the bats. So Darian Otto making a statement there saying, if this is going to be my last game, this is going to be my last at bat, I'm going to do something with it. She rings a double to deep center field. Croy on third, Otto on second. I think Tanner Roberts just came out of the dugout to courtesy run at second base. That's been the case all season long. I'd just be I know it's a courtesy runner. I think it's Tanner, and it is. So it's Tanner Roberts at second, Salem Croy at third. Trying to keep things moving on the base pass here for Trenton is Allie Ockenfels. The tying run is still in the dugouts. That would be held potentially by Taylor Richmond. Trenton would need another couple of runners or batters to get on base. So runners on second and third, one out in the top of the seventh. And I'm sure Lathrop head coach Joe Dutch reminding his girls, don't worry about the run at third. If there's a ground ball hit to you, throw it to first. Get the easy out. If we give up the shutout, no big deal. Here's the pitch to Ockenfels. It is a little bit low. Nice take there by Allie, and the count goes 1-0. Remember, and it might not be a realistic possibility because, as I mentioned a long time ago, Brooke Hewitt has not shown signs of lack of control today, but a walk would be just as good as a hit. There's a bouncer back to Hewitt. She has it, fires to first in time for the out. Trenton has one out left. That kind of hurts the old hope meter for the Lady Bulldogs as Ockenfels now sits on 1 for 3. Single to first time up, strikeout in the fifth. Now a one-hopper back to Hewitt in the seventh, and Lathrop is one out away for moving on to play Sherwood in the state quarterfinals on Saturday. Last hope here for Mason Hoyman of Trenton. She's 0 for 2 today. Lady Bulldogs down 5. Hoyman steps in, and the pitch. Inside corner, strike one. Roberts dancing off at second. She can do all the dancing she wants. I don't think Lathrop's going to pay any amount of attention to her. She can't steal third. There's a runner over there in Croy. And all the attention for Lathrop is focused on Mason Hoyman at home plate. Here's the pitch. Wide, and the count goes 1-1. We will have a quick wrap-up from Lathrop once this one is over. Get things wrapped up. All you folks that kind of want to do double duty and listen or watch the Bulldogs and then watch the Royals, we'll let you do so to the best of our ability. Here's a line drive, left field, coming over into the gap and making the catch for Lathrop to end the game is Gentzel. Gentzel took a pitch that was hit very well into the left center field gap off of the bat of Mason Hoyman and made the catch on the line drive. Trenton looked like in the seventh they were starting to get to Brooke Hewitt a little bit, but ran out of outs, as Lathrop was the better team tonight, and the Lathrop Lady Mules behind a 4-hit shutout from Brooke Hewitt in the season of the Trenton Lady Bulldogs. 5-0 win for Lathrop, a Lady Bulldog team that had hopes of making it to Springfield for the second time in program history. It won't happen this year, but there is going to be a ton of talent returning in future years for Trenton, as Trenton has only 4 seniors they'll be saying goodbye to. Most of the talent coming back, as is always the case for Trenton. You're going to see 8th graders turn into freshmen next year that may be able to help immediately at the varsity level. But for this year, a special year for Lathrop. The first time Lathrop has been in the playoffs, and they took a perennial power in Trenton, and Lathrop gets the 5-0 victory over the Trenton Lady Bulldogs. Here are the final stats in this one. Again, a quick wrap-up. We'll send things back to the studio shortly, and I know Jeanette McBee, our studio engineer, she's got a little Royals party going on, so we're going to let her party on here in a little bit. Lathrop with 5 runs. The Mules did so on the power of 9 base hits. And maybe one of the more important stats, I didn't mention a whole lot, no errors in the ball game for Lathrop. Trenton in the ball game, no runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Some of the folks' official scoring might have had Trenton with 3. I had Trenton with 2 errors. Trenton ends the season with a record of 22-4. Lathrop moves on to play Sherwood on Saturday. The Mules' record is now 24-3. The player of the game, without question, Brooke Hewitt, who 4-hit Trenton in shutout fashion over 7 innings. Just the second time that the Lady Bulldogs have been shut out this season. Lathrop scored 2 in the 4th, the biggest hit of the ball game, a 2-out, 2-run double off the bat of Marissa Fine in the 4th inning. Lathrop able to score a run in the 5th as Trenton lost the runner Allie Rooks on a potential play down the third base line where the throw came home. Trenton got her in the rundown and couldn't complete the rundown. Rooks scored for 3-0, and then the lead went to 5-0 on a 2-run base hit off the bat of Brooke Hewitt in the 7th inning. For Hewitt, kind of the cherry on top of the sundae. Thanks for tuning in and watching Trenton Lady Bulldog postseason softball on Hot Country Z101.7 and KTTN Radio's YouTube channel. Our next broadcast will come up on Friday night as the Bulldog football team hosts Concordia on senior night from CF Russell Stadium. The season comes to a disappointing end for the Lady Bulldog softball team, falling at Lathrop 5-0. For studio engineer Jeanette McBee, Tom Johnson with you from the new softball facility at Lathrop High School. Thanks to tuning in to the Bulldogs on Hot Country Z101.7. Good luck to Lathrop on Saturday. We will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to Hot Country Z101.7 and the Lady Bulldogs.
Baker Motors in Trenton and Chillicothe.